and this is going to be where I guess I'm gonna kind of go through something not normally I guess talked about. Probably I don't know. It's probably something that it makes sense in your mind. But is there any Black Mirror fans in here today? Anybody watch those? I mean, obviously you've had enough time to probably watch those like on Netflix. But I want to definitely discuss how it relates to like what has come to fruition and how like the future is a little crazy because it's so sci-fi. Like every day you wake up and you're like, whoa, okay, wait, this is something that's in reality, and it totally is. So I wanted to go over each
Scratcher?
one and definitely you can unmute yourself sometimes, like to talk about it, like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Just
Yeah,
double
this is
check
true,
on
if you haven't seen it.
do you use
But
Spotify?
yeah, we'll just mute Shane for a second. We'll let him come back in. So yeah, Kesley, I'm gonna come back and chat with you about this. And you say you've never watched any Black Mirror. You don't know what that is.
Never.
All right, so this is gonna be kind of fun. Okay, I'm gonna switch
Okay.
over and share my screen. And okay, so I have this is like Black Mirror breakdown. Has it come true in 2026, right? Okay, so this just should be kind of fun. But let's just kind of break down it by every episode and talk about like is this something that could happen. So I I had ChatGPT do this and I went through some episodes. So we'll just start with season one because we want to go through them all, right? So season one, it had the first episode, the national anthem, and I kind of took out like what's the tech, the theme of it, viral attention economy, of course, real time public manipulation of the media. We've seen this now with AI, right? So is it a reality? Is it something that happens nowadays? I would say yes, like the algorithmic amplification, outrage loops. These are things that you really can coordinate. And I think we always blame, oh, Russia's doing this to us. They're manipulating us. But, it's something where if you kind of look at it as far as how social media is manipulating you, you could say, yeah, this could possibly come true where, it forces, I don't know, this is the first episode, so like you could get turned off on this Black Mirror show completely because it was just so riveting, disgusting, like awful, awful, awful. So if you're interested in watching this, like Hesley, you want to skip this first
Okay.
episode. It's gross, and it's like okay, skip to the next one because I think
Okay.
this one's very relatable. The 15 million merits. It is like a gamified kind of labor type of thing, and it kind of makes fun of how what is it like America's Got Talent, but what's the original one? Is it American Idol?
hmm
Right, yeah. So it's like very, very sponsor heavy. They have, like the Coca-Cola things have to be facing the right way. And the people really go out there and kind of give it their all for these judges. And this is very, very similar to this. So like they can earn, the attention to escape where they are at. And of course, yes, partial to, like gig platforms and, the creator economy. And you've noticed like a lot of I mean, it even borders on to the Patreon, OnlyFans type of thing where people could get paid because of their performance and their likes just by their social,
hmm
um, media persona. So I think this one's really good because it involves singing. Of course, everybody loves singing. I think ever since Glee, right? People love
Oh
singing,
yeah.
dancing. Like America just loves this. They have people now watch people. What is it like where they strut across the dance floor.
Dancing
It's
with the
not like
Stars?
Dancing with the Stars. Yes, I'm
Mhm.
like it's not America's Got Dancing. But yeah, it's Dancing with the Stars. So yeah, I feel like this is very, very much true. And if you've seen, have you seen that new Running Man show?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, it's got this dude that was in Twisters. He's such a funny actor. I think he's like from Austin, Texas, but
Oh
uh,
yeah. Uh-huh.
skewing it a little bit. But yeah, definitely watch out. Watch what's Running Man. I think it's pretty neat. I'm gonna open the chat just because I want this like to be a cool little discussion here. So I'm gonna go past this one. Of course, I'm spoiling it a little bit because you're like, hey man, I haven't seen this, but hopefully it gets you intrigued. This one was actually one of my favorites. It was like the entire history of you. And what I noticed on this is, I mean, I wish I could do this and I replay things in my head. Like when I'm taking a shower, usually I'm rethinking like how I'm winning old arguments and how I was right or something. That's just me. But like, Kesley, do you ever think about like how did that interaction go with somebody? I think they open up with like a job interview, and he goes back and like thinks about their reactions and.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Oh, yeah.
but
Like you
but
really dissect it.
yeah, but the twist is he can go back and look at it muscle memory, like it's recording in his
Wow.
like you have these glasses now, like wearables and Plod, where you can record all this that type of stuff, and you can go back and watch it. But it's like
Mm.
kind of an all-time, real-time, where you can basically see all of your history.
I feel like that would be miserable.
I know this is the craziest thing. Like he was going through checkpoints, kind of like a passport thing, and they're like, "Can you rewind the last such and such time of your life?" Like Homeland Security style or whatever, and then they're able to see was he up to any manipulation, was he doing some kind of drug deal because I can see like his past, and it's kind of like, hey, I don't know,
Wow.
it's so Big Brother and gross, but yeah,
Mhm.
what I thought about is like Neuralink is kind of something that's in the future here. I think I had a link up here is like Elon Musk's Neuralink is a brain computer that you allow people to control their devices, their thoughts. Well, what do you think about this, Kesley? Like, would you be a volunteer to put a chip in your brain to?
Absolutely not.
And it's not so wild that some people are actually using these monitors, like glucose monitors, that they get planted in their skin, right?
Mhm.
Aura rings, where they're able to review
That's true.
how people are using just a little bit of this, not fully.
That's true.
Yeah. So people want to know like how is my sleep going on, how is my overall health, and you basically can get all that data by plugging in these.
Mm.
So, uh, so that's partially there. I think we're going to get closer. This season two, all right, yeah. So there's only a few episodes per season. I think they're all individually written. They're not a storyline usually that goes through.
Mm.
Some of the technology goes through to other episodes, but not if you miss one and if you jump around, it's totally fine. You're not gonna
Mm.
ruin the experience. So I'll be right back. This one, I think, it just kind of has like, you know, guy and a girl that love each other, and one day he doesn't show back up, right? And so they have this ability to kind of clone him, so they go.
Oh,
So what they do, I think, is they search through all of his social media because we do that to ourselves, right? We put ourselves out there, put a lot more information than we should. I think insurance companies like, wait, you're on going on vacation and you announced it. Like, of course, somebody's going to know to go rob your house then, or something. But
right.
all the bad things. But this one basically takes all of the information that he's put out there, and you upload it, and you have this clone. And I guess the thing on this is it has a like a personality clone, like where it has a person, almost like a robot that can go around with the same persona. But over
Mm.
time you find out like it's a stretch because it's not. I don't know. You can't really replicate somebody.
Right.
And this is where I showed this with the what is it called, the Ignite Mastermind Tech Group last time. Check this out. So this is called Delphi, and if you're thinking about doing this, this is totally a possibility. I was hoping it would show. I think like my favorite one on here is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I played it the other day. Let's see if Explore Experts maybe. There's the Arnold. All right, so if I click this and call, all right, so I have 5 minutes to speak with Arnold Schwarzenegger. No,
Hey, this is AI Arnold. I'm here to cut the crap and help you get strong. So, what's on your mind today?
sorry, it's cutting out. I know we have a little bit of time, but I just wanted to know how it was it being a governor of California.
Hey, no problem. Sometimes interruption is like a workout set. You just have to come back stronger. What is it you wanted to ask about?
Okay, I wanted to ask about uh, being a governor of California.
Being governor of California was a huge challenge, but also a great honor. I felt like the captain of a big ship, responsible for people and their futures. It was about giving back to the state that gave me so much and pushing through with discipline and focus every single day.
and it looks like somebody called you the Governator. Were you called the Governator? And do you have any cool taglines from your movies?
Ah, yes, they called me the Governator because I went from Terminator to Governor, like a big action hero in real life. And of course, taglines. I'll be back is the classic, but come with me if you want to live is the one that really pumps people up.
All right, so I just wanted to share that because I mean we're at that spot where if you wanted to, you could just donate yourself to to eternity, I guess. Like you could just have yourself recorded. I think this is totally doable, and if you decide to do this, that's trippy,
Wow.
right?
So trippy.
So yeah, that's the Delphi.ai. We'll get back to Black Mirror, of course, though. So let's see here. And then, of course, this doesn't end well. This one is called White Bear. It's a little bit of a kind of a horror type thing. It's hard to figure out, but like manipulation of memory and narrative. So, what is this real, today? And we have like viral shaming, right?
Hmm.
So I saw this one where this dude is like a captain of a fishing boat or whatever, and he jumped on some other guy's boat and was a real bully last year. And he caught it on social media. The guy put it on social media, and like crowds of people went after this guy because he was such a jerk and jumped on somebody's fishing boat. But you can see this nowadays, right? People jump on
Mhm.
and start blaming a crowd mentality going
Mhm.
after. This one has a weird like conditioning reset loop that it might not check with reality if it's possible. But again, we do have that thing where we have, I guess, some. I don't know if it's probably not a good thing, but like if somebody does something bad, you only get like one side of it, and the group and the crowd will follow you and possibly
Mhm.
scare the heck out of you on social media because
Mhm.
just people are into that. I
Mhm.
try to think like that gets nasty, especially because then bots are involved. But we'll go to the next one here. It's the Waldo movement, and it's what it is I guess this guy is running for a political seat, and there's a like a cartoon, an avatar that's actually starting to run against him and challenge him, and so kind of starts like a populist powered movement by media spectacle. And does this work? Yeah, we have influencers in politics, synthetic personas. Like this was already there, so it definitely could happen. I don't think you're going to have like an AI persona become political office or whatnot, but they can definitely, hinder somebody's account or manipulate it. And so this one's fun to watch. It's got a cartoon, and the guy is like there's a voice behind it, talking, not like Mickey Mouse or something, but just kind of a bully
Uh-huh.
guy.
Hmm.
And I thought this was part of the whole season. This one, you like John Hamm, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
He's such a fun actor, so
Yeah.
good in this. And they were talking about, there was a guy in our group, I think for a while, that was a like a love coach, like that movie Hitch. You've seen the movie Hitch where like
Mhm.
Will Smith, and he kind of helps out the dummy guy try to get the girl.
Right.
This is very, very similar in this, but I believe what they do is they grab somebody's memories, somebody's persona, and make it like a cookie, they call it. Think about like Alexa or Siri or Ring, where they have those home surveillance abilities. But say
Mhm.
if you wanted to clone yourself and all the things that you do and put it into Alexa, that's kind of like what this is about. So you're making yourself and you've seen this, right? Like clone myself with AI so that you can help do your own task. That's the
Right.
that's the whole thing about this. And then it has a whole think about privacy and everything that, you know,
Mhm.
I don't know. It says no, you can't. So far, I don't think we've been able to prove that we could clone consciousness. So
Mm.
we're just kind of out there like this is your mundane task. But of course, there's some kind of thing, free will
Right.
that we
Right.
have as humans. But yeah, definitely watch this one because he makes it like worthwhile.
Mm.
Again, I come back and I tell my favorites. So season three, this one is phenomenal. It's got such a good storyline, and the basic theme is the girl's gonna try to climb the social ladder with her social media. And some people still do that. Like, hey, what are my likes? Did they like that enough? Like even in the was it Chainsmokers song, Let Me Take a Selfie? Where they're like, oh yeah, I just put that up. Nobody liked it. Should I take it down? Like, I don't know. Like
Mhm.
people are kind of worried about others and how they're perceived. And this one, it kind of goes through life as your social credit is your rating. So think about like what kind of type of car she can rent. There's different
Mhm.
classes between people. I think you see this now, maybe if that's like a credit rating, but this one is more of a social ranking. And so if all the fives are, I think about it in the too is like in the Barbie movie, where
Oh yeah.
like Barbie, she's like out of 10 with all of her friends, but then you have that outcast Barbie, and she would be the lowest ranking, like exiled, and she doesn't live the same life or whatever. Uh,
Hmm.
so yeah, this one's very, very similar. But then think about like how you would make it through life if your rating was low, and that was the monetary, transaction and
Yeah.
establishment of classes.
Yeah.
Uh, so this next one is called playtest, and this is very, very close to being, fully there here. We have kind of an AI horror interactive video game. I don't play very much video games, but I know that you can put the headsets on. What is that one that Meta has? Anybody help me out? Like you put on a Quest, Meta Quest, is that right? Yeah, Quest. And then they have something else from Apple where you can put on the headset, and I think it's the first edition. Have you tried any of those, Kelsey? Kesley, I'm sorry. Have you ever
Sorry,
tried
one sec.
those?
Keep going. What did you say?
I know you're like, I tried to monitor this thing, but what is it like? Have you ever put on one of those headsets for VR and then kind of been in the world
Oh
of like,
yeah, where it covers your eyes too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
A
The
lot of people
VR
say
head.
it's
They're just
kind of
called VR
jarring.
headsets.
Yeah, I've never tried it yet, but I
Mm.
hear like, people motion sick.
I feel like
That
I tried it like 5, 10 years ago, like when I was, just as a game, but now it's like become a really big deal.
I could see it being like really fun for video games and stuff. So that's kind of what this one covers is like a horror video game type of thing.
Mm.
The problem is they do like a little bit of mind reading or whatnot. We don't have that, but we definitely have VR. And you said you probably used it like 10 years ago or something. And it's like, it's more of a normal thing that people use.
Hmm.
All right. I'll just move on here. This next one, I think this one was like kind of blackmail extortion type of thing. They see him do something very, very vulgar on his computer and then blackmail him. So this is totally out there, like phishing and malware and people pretty much being able to, you know, compromise your computer and then
Hmm.
probably, yeah, you see this nowadays too with like extortions for Bitcoin. Hey, I
Yeah.
took over your computer. I have your files. I've definitely gotten like an email that says, "Oh, you better react." I'm like, what are you
I
talking about? I'm not going to send you Bitcoin."
or
But
text
yeah,
messages.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're like, hey,
Hmm.
to get out of this, ticket or something, you have to do
Hmm.
that. And
Exactly.
so this is totally here. And then
Mhm.
this is one worth watching. Like it has anonymous people texting him where to go and what to do in drops, and he has basically has to become part of the mob.
Mm.
So this one's kind of neat. I mean, I'm gonna actually have to open another document to remember some of these here. So this one we were on San Jupiter. Let's see. So I guess the theme, afterlife, consciousness uploaded. Oh yeah, so like I guess you can have an afterlife that you're gonna upload your perfect world and such. And I don't think anything can be really perfect. So this is kind of a reality check. No, but you can get like immersion from like nostalgia. I mean, this works even with a cologne type of thing. You sniff something and it brings you back to the past, or
Mm.
something that reminds you that you can get back into some kind of memory. So
Hmm.
I think it's possible, with bringing up, I guess, nostalgic feelings with
Right.
over, your senses. But
Mm.
okay, so let's move on to the next one here. Men Against Fire. This one where what is it? They're like military people. It's kind of like Avatar a little bit. Like they're military people that go out and they hunt for, I guess, unsavory others, and instead of them seeing who they are, like there's an augmented reality where they see them as bad people, and whereas if
Mm.
they hadn't, they would have, been like, I guess he has a glitch where he starts to feel compassion for the people they're hunting because he sees them as real people instead of monsters. And so, yeah, it's kind of real with we have AI overlays and propaganda and dehumanization. So sometimes in America, I think like we think bad of others because we don't know them very well and we villainize some
Right.
people from countries that we have no idea, but we just
Right.
get media, telling us what to think, what to do sometimes. And
Hmm.
so like a lot of times when they're like, oh yeah, those hackers over in Russia, and then Americans start to feel like, oh yeah, hey, Russia's all bad because they're out there to harm us or something. Like that's not really true. That's just kind of like these weird stories that some stubborn people get in the mindset of it. But
Right.
yeah, there's not something where there's like a full stack memory substitute. It just, I like that ChatGPT said it's hard on scale. Our scale is hard to do this. Like, wait, this is fully possible if we just did it with a couple people?
Right.
Yikes. And then, so hated by the nation. This is another one where they have, like, this one kind of deals with drones and like the killer drones, where, social media can weaponize and target people. So the swarm is designed to go after the crowds, the crowd with the pitchforks and the flames back in the olden days would be now they send drones to go do their dirty work. So,
Mm.
yeah, definitely awful. And then the reality check of this, like swarm autonomy, engineering, policy control. There's a lot to do, but of course, drones do exist, and it's possible that this could happen. We just don't want that to happen.
Right. Right.
Again, yeah. So, and this is on us too. Sometimes we're like, oh yeah, like North Korea, we villainize them like as a everybody, but no, it's just like, yeah, they could do this to us. Americans, would fear it, but
Right.
it's like, okay, we
Right.
probably have that same technology.
Hmm.
This one is one of my favorites again. All right, so this one's called USS Caliber. This actor is so good in here. He's been on a lot of different. Did you? I don't know if you saw the new Begonia movie. I think that no, it's I think it's Jennifer Lawrence in that one. But yeah, the actors on here are pretty phenomenal. And what the idea behind this one is that he kind of clones people by DNA and brings them into his video game world and it like replicates them as is. But we do have something very similar to this nowadays. Like if you look at Nana Banana, like everybody's kind of uploaded their picture and then being able to have a AI digital picture of them. You're basically
Hmm.
cloning yourself. You can clone your voice with 11 Labs. You can do almost all of these things. So you pretty much are close enough to have yourself cloned and put yourself into a video game as is. Of course, it's not going to have that consciousness, but you could. I mean, these are real world
Yeah.
scenarios.
Yes.
This what is it? The sentient copies of yourself. That's probably not quite there, but
Right.
we're close.
Right. Right. Well, that's what's crazy about all of this that you're saying is like everything is, we all have like concepts of it. Even like a normal person who's not involved with AI things can like break these things down and be like, well, I mean, technically, I guess it is possible,
It
you know,
is so possible.
which is
Like
crazy.
it's
It's
a
like
little
the show is just
scary.
taking it to the extremes, you know?
Yeah, definitely sensationalize these concepts and themes. So
Mhm.
this is another one. Definitely watch that because it's just fun, and then you're like, whoa, it's suspenseful, and it doesn't feel like I don't know. This one, as a parent, kills me every time. Okay, so
Mhm.
check this. It's called Archangel. So say you could put a like a microchip or a plant. We do this with our dogs already. Put a
Mhm.
microchip and it can follow them. There's new, what is it called? Fee collar, where it's like a thing that you can put on your dog to track them, and it's actually a social media app too. You can see who walks their dogs enough,
Wow.
and then it gives you all the tracking like distance and steps, and there's a whole social rating. If you haven't heard of this stuff, like
Wow.
this is here for pets. But as this relates here, it's child surveillance, content filtering, and of course, we do that with our iPhones and our iPads. Like, there's no way I'm letting you on like free range YouTube. It'll turn you into a Nazi at some point. Like, you can't,
Right.
like, you shouldn't have full connection of the internet. I think that's how we had AI become racist, right? Like,
Right.
Patton Oswalt has a funny joke. He's like, why did you let AI into the internet? Like, you're like some kind of it was like a crackhead eating gummy worms. Send your kid out like to get all the grossness of the world. Like
Hmm.
it, unfiltered internet is just awful. And so
Yeah.
a lot of this is just talking about like tracking, but she does a thing where she can click into it and see what the kid is seeing. So she can say
Mhm.
like, "Hey, I want it was like a scary dog. Let's turn your hesitation low, where you're not fearing from it, and you just kind of not notice it as you walk by." Those are kind of good, but then the ethics of it boil down to should she be following and being this worried? Like we made it as a society this far without this technology, where our kids can go out and play and come back.
Right.
But the world gets scarier as we get older,
Right.
and so this one is it's for me. I'm like, oh yeah, oh, Kesley, do you have the app? Do you have an iPhone like where you do
Yeah.
the Find My Phone or Find My
Yeah.
Friend?
Hmm.
Yeah, where you can track them and stuff.
Oh
This is a
yeah.
little bit like that,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, it's
So you,
true.
so you
It's
can kind
everything can start as good intentions, but then
of
can be manipulated by human nature.
Yeah, so this is why this one gets me. And if I try to say, hey, I asked my wife to watch this quite a bit. I'm like, hey, watch this. I'm not watching it. And I'm like, dude, this one's pretty good, and it makes you feel like kind of guilty as a parent for tracking and filtering your kids' stuff. But it's a different world nowadays. So.
It is. It is.
All right, so I move down to crocodile. This one, I think, where there's a crime happens, and think about this is like Big Brother, I believe. If I'm wrong, I think I'm right on this. If I got the episode completely wrong, I believe what she has is she commits a murder. But think about all the cameras that are out there nowadays. Like the detective goes through and checks all these different uh, like camera feeds and rewinds it to try to piece together the murder from different angles. And
Mm.
this totally relatable because as a younger kid, like I could go out and like toilet paper a house, roll trees. We go out there and plan stuff. Do things you could get away with. Nowadays you can't, right? Like there's a camera
Right.
everywhere, right? Like growing
Hmm.
up, you just know that somebody's in public and they're going to be filming you or you see I guess the people that go out and protest and stuff, they have phones just constantly recording. People are streaming. So you got to think before you do something nowadays, right? Because you have
Definitely.
cameras everywhere and
Will be
it's
recorded.
yeah, it's going to be way harder to get away with stuff, right?
Hmm.
All right, so let's just take a little break right here. Like, is everybody enjoying this? Like, I did have some other like things that we can jump into, but I just want to make sure I'm not boring the hell out of you. All right.
Love it.
Okay, let's
It's getting you thinking.
yeah, it is a thinker. So this one is I get it. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. All right, so hang the DJ. I think this one's an easy one. If all this stuff sounded like this is not appealing at all to me. Hang the DJ is really really cool because I think it's one of these ones that has like a positive outcome. It's about matchmaking actually. I'm like kind of old. I didn't do any Bumble or whatever, but I know that they have apps out there that allow you to kind of streamline your dating process, right? And do A/B testing for relationships.
Mm.
Uh, so think about this one where they have kind of a device and they go and meet with each other, and the device tells you basically how long you have with this person, right? Like,
Mm.
how would that mess with you? Like, you get to be around. I guess it's like a outing, like what do they call it? Like a retreat for singles, and then kind of match them up. But they match them up and they tell them how much time they have for hanging out with each other. Now, if you had an expiration date for who you're dating or seeing, what would you be like? Would it throw you off so much?
Oh my gosh, yeah. It'd be nearly impossible to be yourself or to even like isn't that the point? It's like long term.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And then you get matched up with people. You're like, oh wait, it says crazy stuff. I think it says like 5 months, and they're like, oh no, I matched up with somebody I can't stand for 5 minutes, and then they have to
that's
figure it out because they have to go through this. And
more
I think
character development than matchmaking.
yeah, for real. Well, they end up thinking like I guess there's a twist. I won't give it all the way away, but yeah,
Right.
this one's definitely one to watch because I think it really is thought provoking about like the you only live once, and then how much time you have with the person. Don't take it for granted type of thing.
Hmm.
This one is crazy. So the next one is called Metalheads, and it's all black and white, and it talks about killer robot tracking human. So this is Boston Dynamics Robo a robot dog, right? So I'm gonna look that up. So this totally exists, right? So
Hmm.
imagine, and this is probably the use. Oh shit, Russell Taylor fell asleep, man. I bored him out. He's like, "All right, I'll stop your video, man. You're out." All right. So this one we have is, this is, I guess, the retail version. You people use this for certain types of jobs, but think about like what the military use is and what they have. I'm sure they have like armed guns on, these type of robots. And what it does is, just tracks people. It has sensors where it can put tracking devices in you, like a,
Hmm.
it just kills it waits and kills you till you're dead. And this thing is so, I guess, useful. It can like drive a car. It can do a whole bunch of things, but think about as we're getting into the future, these robots that are able to do crazy tasks. Oh my gosh, when I pulled this up, you can buy a robot for like, what was that, 44,000.
$44,000.
I'm sure there's a couple batteries you have to buy it, but yeah, you can already buy robots in the internet, right? That's so crazy.
Crazy.
So yeah, when going this, yeah, we definitely have this, but I don't know exactly how robust our technology is for these, tracking dogs. It tripped me out a little bit. They just like took that guy from Venezuela, the president of
Hmm.
Venezuela, and captured him. And it seemed to do the U.S. military seemed to do it very seamlessly. I don't like
Yeah.
Mark Shalinsky on here or something like conspiracy theory, fanatic. I was
Yeah.
wondering, is there some kind of
I
weapon
don't
we
know
don't
what you're
know about?
talking about.
I don't bring my name into it. But I'm thinking like what kind of military device or hardware did they bring in to do that so seamlessly and capture? Is there some kind of space age technology, alien technology out there that they were able to do it? Like get your mind thinking,
Yeah.
wait, what do they have and how did they do that so fast? And who
Yeah.
else could be next?
Hmm.
Right. So the next one is I think it's called Black Museum, and it kind of goes over a lot of the different concepts that has happened throughout the other episodes and the other seasons. So this one would be one that would kind of spoil others if you just jumped into it and didn't know what they were kind of talking about. But I think it was called, the theme was conscious transfer, like pain sharing. And I was surprised when I looked at ChatGPT. They said sort of we have neural stimulation, uh,
Hmm.
you know, but the transfer is not real. So it
Yeah.
was like the physics check, strong claims about moving with minds. I think that it's kind of like not really possible. So we'll skip that one. The next one, we're into season 5, and we're talking about striking vipers. So this is just another AR, a VR intimacy. So it's kind of two dudes that like to play video games together, but when they get in there, their video game characters are like, I think it might have been like a hot chick and a hot dude or something, and they stop fighting and just like make out, just escape their world. And like this pretty much is true. You have your VR spaces, and I think that's a lot of technology is made for that purpose,
Hmm.
and then brought up to the masses. But yeah, think about. Uh, I think no, I don't play as much video games, but they have Grand Theft Auto coming out. Another one called like Grand Theft Auto 6, and or maybe it can't be 5. I think I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know what number we're on, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's supposed to
I
be
have no
so
idea.
immersive, like 6. Yeah, so people are going to be like in the VR playing, and probably productivity will slow down a lot. Kids will start
Hmm.
be missing school because this video game comes out.
Right.
Like I don't know, there's a lot of things, but a lot of people will be using the VR to get full simulation and that video.
Definitely. It can be addicting for sure.
And then this one, Smithereens, I believe it kind of boils down to social media addiction. And this guy goes so crazy and he wants to kind of hold somebody in liability. This is happening like right now with like Zuckerberg testifying about how social media is harmful for kids. And he's having to prove it off to, well, I guess I just have testimony on it that, the infinity scroll for, these social media apps that get you hooked like a casino. And
Hmm.
there like body shaming type of things that go on with it. So yeah, it's
Right.
a very slippery slope, but I think this is full corporate control. They have the ability to manipulate, and kind of change the next generation. So yeah, it is scary. Like when you think about people being on social media and how warped their minds get if they just sit there and doom scroll.
Definitely. You see the difference between millennial and Gen Z even like
Yeah, so I mean, they're having to. I think a lot of not just Zuckerberg, but the other social medias are having to testify to try to say no, we didn't make it like that. But we know the truth. Obviously, they'll just
Mhm.
have to pay several $100 million to say, "Oops, I did it," and continue on.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
so this next one, you'll love it. Are you a fan of Miley Cyrus?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, there's a 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana coming out. Unless
I
that's
did
like
see
AI.
that.
I'm like, sometimes I have to check. I'm like, wait, is that really coming back, or somebody like spoof that and say like it's coming?
Yeah, I
But
think it's just like a special, like an episode or I don't know,
well,
something.
she's on here, and I love her as a singer. And basically, what they
Mhm.
do is they mass market her as a doll, like an Alexa doll, and
Oh,
everybody
cool.
becomes obsessed with it. And yeah, this is definitely one to watch. If you're, still far not into some of the sci-fi stuff, getting into this because it does talk about like IP fights. Like, does she own that voice? Do they totally clone her
Mm.
and like she's not an individual? And can they do whatever they want with her voice? Digital rights definitely very, very
Mhm.
topical for here and enjoyable because there's performances and every think about the like every little when you were a kid you were pretty young when you were a fan of Hannah Montana and stuff, right?
Right.
And what if you had this doll that was like the replica and it talked to you just like Alexa did? And
Yeah,
it's like,
be amazing.
it's crazy, but yeah, I love it. So, we're moving on to season 6, and I think this is where it's more modern. And I can understand if you're not caught up on this type of thing, but what is that? This lady, so funny. Schitt's Creek. I mean,
Oh yeah.
she's another one like Kevin can go blank himself. uh, they do all these deep fakes on her and like make her go crazy. They fake her
Mm.
voice, they fake, and it basically causes whole chaos for her life. This one's so fun to watch, but yeah, this I just grabbed a screenshot from the scene because I'm like, this is funny, and it just because the acting's great, and I think even J Lo shows up in this, so I'm
Oh.
spoiling everything, right, guys? Yeah, super funny, but yeah, we totally have that here now. And then Lock Henry. This one is like a true crime type of thing, like where there's suspense and talking about documentaries. This one's a fun one if you wanted to watch around Halloween. You like to
Mm.
watch those suspenseful thrillers.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Yeah.
we totally have the distribution platform for certain creators and then creator incentives to make things more outlandish and set up things. So definitely one to watch. Beyond the Sea is so great. Did you watch any Breaking Bad, Kesley?
I actually didn't. I'm not the best for you here. I haven't watched the most of these shows, but
Well,
I
this
know
is
the
awesome.
concept.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So I can explain it and you'd be like, I already know this. Like this one is think about like the people that fly up into the what is that? International Space Station or something, like pretty
Mhm.
far away. So they've been up there for a long time. Um, they have like a body double down on Earth that they kind of they can go in on occasion, and so they're not crazy for spending that much time in space, kind of being alone, because you could go
Mm.
nuts just traveling out there. If you have the ability to pop back down to Earth and see like what's what, there is something very similar. All right, so have you seen one of these at like any conferences yet? A
Yeah, I
telepresence
have.
robot?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so like the person can be like on an iPad and then they have like a wheel and they can go around and basically be there vicariously through a robot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this
Mm-hmm.
that's what
That's
this one's about. And like
crazy.
we totally have that remote controlled presence. So the
Right.
telepresence robot, not full human bodies, like it kind of gets weird where they get in and like they have a full,
Yeah.
robot body. But
Right.
you know what? We're probably gonna make these robots look like people. You always see these
Oh, for
commercials
sure.
or these stories where they're like, oh yeah, I've taught them how to speak and have real facial expressions. So maybe this
Yeah,
is coming up in the future.
definitely.
All right, so I don't remember this one as well. Mazzy Day. Does anybody else remember? I kind of just went through this one. I don't know. It talks about paparazzi and critique. I don't. We'll just skip that one. It was forgettable. This one was a little bit nuts. This one was very very different from a lot of the other kind of episodes, and it just called like alt twisting horror framing, um, morale panic. This one, when it gets a little bit too like fantasy for me, I kind of just fast forward or don't watch it. So I didn't watch as much of this one. If this is
Mm,
anybody's favorite, yeah, definitely speak up. But this one, different type of storytelling, more allegory than typical future prediction. So it's kind of
mm,
a spin-off, one-off type of thing. But
yeah.
definitely what are they called? Like mind suspense, mind wrenching type of.
Twisting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When you
Yeah.
leave and you're like, I don't feel so good after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what that one's there.
Mm.
So the latest season was so cool. All right, so Common People. So this one has, I mean, the girl from The Office. I think I'm really bad about that. Like her name's Anne or whatever, and then the other guy that has a really cool like Irish Scottish voice. It's easier for you to look that up. But what it is like she has some kind of terminal illness, and they have the ability to, uh, I guess, implant a chip into her where you can control her, I guess, overall well-being with an app.
Mm.
So she can actually feel much better if they have a paid subscription to this app that keeps her well-being in check.
Wow.
And so like when they first get into it, it's like the initial plan. Like I don't know if you've been on YouTube and you purchased the paid account, right? Like you don't
Mhm.
get commercials anymore.
Yeah.
Can you would you ever go back to where you do get commercials?
Probably not.
It's
Probably
so hard.
not.
You're like, oh, I can't stand this, right? Like
Right.
so this is very similar on this whole theme is they get the
Yeah.
subscription, they're locked in, but then there's upgrades and their plan is now it has commercials when it used to, so they have to pay even more just to get to the next level. And then they then when she's sleeping, they start farming out her brain and memory for other people
Oh my
to power other
gosh.
devices. So yeah, the thing is it makes your class go up because you're and they give gift cards, and so like for anniversaries he buys like a gift card for her to feel like sensational pleasure through 30, I don't know, 30 hours or something like that.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
and then when I was like, is this a reality? Subscription locked in, yeah, paywalls to upgrade, vendor dependence, but yeah, like the whole like, can we keep her alive medically with an app? I
Mm.
mean, I don't know if that's
Right.
really something there, but this one's so fun to watch, and it's newer, season 7. Jump on in. This one's pretty trippy. So this one is gonna be, I don't even know how to say that. Bete noir.
No. Yep.
So yeah, it just kind of goes over a persona mismatch with she can only like I guess the main character keeps seeing stuff that was happening, and it's this girl that she used to bully has come back for revenge, and she's able to manipulate her social reality. So again, everybody talks about gaslighting and stuff through the media and deepfakes. This they make this lady feel so crazy because she's able to go back and fake all of the evidence she would have against this lady terrorizing her. And so the main
Wow.
character just gets outcasted as a crazy person because she's kind of just telling people, and the whole gaslighting thing. It's
Gaslighted.
crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The next one, we're getting close to the end, so definitely, take a look and let me know at the end what your favorite ones were. But yeah, this one, Hotel Riviera, I guess, is where they go back and I think this is where they kind of make fan fiction of older movies, and then you pop a character in there and you manipulate it to be what you want. I think we can do this nowadays with ChatGPT and Claude and Mantis, is have, a show that you like that got canceled way too early, right?
Right.
I'm trying to think like, is there a show that you were like, man, I wish I could see more of this? They just brought
Right.
back, Netflix brought one back I liked a lot called Suburgatory, and I think they only had 2 seasons of it, and then they went to like Zoe's Infinite Playlist. You can tell I watch a lot of watch a lot of TV and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
on this one, I'm like, oh, I wish they had a third season. It didn't fully wrap up, or
Mm-hmm.
Lost finale sucked. I want to
Right.
remake it. So you could actually probably write a full script for something fan fiction, and then come back in. And what they do in this episode is they go back and they, record virtually the production, and I guess there's some kind of dimension hopping in this, but what they go back and do is remake this film with her, and then it spins on like a choose your own adventure, how she reacts. then the scene plays out. And I think when they're like, whoa, whoa, we don't want the scene played out, this is where it gets like not plausible, where they go back in the scene and try to record it the way they want it.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, we don't have a full immersion sim, but yeah, possibly someday we might. Uh,
Hmm.
Plaything was pretty crazy, and I think this relates to like the open claw. You know that personal assistant openware that people have been talking
Hmm.
about? Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a little scary, right? Because it can gain access to all this, and you can tell
Right.
it to do what stuff. This
Hmm.
one's similar. It has like a kind of like a video game style, but they have all these little agents that kind of go around and they're becoming real, and they do different tasks for him. And I think we're close to that just because of how open Claude is. But of course, these, what do you think they do? They take over the world. They take over humans. So hopefully that's not our future.
Right.
So this one, oh my gosh, did anybody comment what this guy's name? I remember him in Howard Stern Private Parts, but he's such a great actor. He does like almost a monologue for this whole episode, and it's really interesting to think about. Um, I'm gonna, yeah, Paul Giamatti. That's right. So I saw a few things. I guess in the news they were trying to say like, Facebook they off. It wasn't true. Like Facebook accounts, I don't know if they've commented that they're gonna make that, but like, like if you have a friend pass away, you can immortalize their Facebook social media, and it kind of talks about, Facebook, Instagram. They have mortal memorialization of your loved ones. But
Hmm.
on this, I believe, where was this? Kind of talking about this is really gross, but think about how many people have online personas and the expectation of dead users and how it's gonna, increase. What do we do with them? And in this, they talk about how to memorialize people with all of their media. If you have um, photos of somebody, uploading them. You kind of do
Hmm.
this during a funeral or a wake where you bring mementos of and celebrate somebody's life. But what they do
Right.
here is like construct their kind of their whole life. Think about if you could have something to pass down to generations to say who you were. Like would you really want them just to look at your social media feed and say like, "Hey, this is what they were commenting some weird stuff back in the day." They were posting some odd stuff. Like, do you
Right.
want those things hanging around when you're gone? I know let me help me if I'm wrong. There's something called like 23andMe, or there's something where you send
Yeah.
off your DNA. Ancestry.
Hmm.
Have you ever gone to
Ancestry,
Ancestry.org?
23andMe. I
Yeah,
haven't
so
done that. A few of my friends have done it.
yeah, if you go there, you can go and see all like mementos that people put on their person, but you can keep tracing back and back and forth. And
Hmm.
you can go to where the photos didn't exist and you don't see anything of the person except maybe if there's a tombstone or something around. But think about if you're able to capture all of you and leave it as a digital record for somebody to come back and go see.
Yeah.
Would you do it? I mean, like it's for future generations. You're
I
gone.
mean, it would only matter. I see what James said. Like they did it for like a Holocaust survivor. They interviewed her and built AI out of it. And I'm like, unless it is for the betterment of the community, probably not, you know?
Uh, and I think that too. Like when they say like social media, do we really need a voice for everybody? Like
Right.
there's certain people that I don't think they should, but it's not up to me. We're a community.
Exactly.
So that I think this is a fun one to watch just because his acting. I think he even got nominated for like a not an Oscar, but the other
Not
one.
surprised. He's phenomenal.
And then this is the last episode. You remember? I think it was such a fan favorite, the USS Caliber one, that they brought it back. As fully immersive world, and then talking about how what do they do next, and it gets very much into video games, and if you're able to I don't know, interact with random people. So I think like this happens a lot on Twitch or
Right.
PlayStation, where people can talk to other people, playing video
Hmm.
games against each other, talk smack. I don't know, a lot of
Hmm.
a lot of craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that movie Free Guy or something.
Yes, yes. So I mean, it's kind of out there now. Some of the things are a stretch again, but that's the end. That's the last one. I don't know if they're coming out with any more. I'm looking for any other links that I might not have shared. Oh yeah, for immersion, something I shared last week with the sprint call and Ignite. It was talking about Project Genie. Have you seen any of this yet?
I
Leslie?
haven't.
Okay,
Uh-uh.
so if you're on a higher tier plan with Google, you can get in there and kind of create worlds, and it makes you like a video game where you can navigate. So say you make this world where you're a snail and you can kind of go around. I'll try to play this really quick to see if it gets you a glimpse. I wish I had a fast forward ability. All right, so say you're going into this bubble. It makes the ability like you upload an image and then you upload a character to move around, and it makes this whole amazing, wizard for you to play momentarily. I don't think you get a very long time, but you can prompt it here for the environment, and you prompt your character. This looks fun, right? Then you
Right.
get
This is so fun.
create world, and I think it takes like 15, 20 minutes to create. And then look, you're this dog that's walking around in this world.
Your own personal game.
Pretty crazy, right? So just think about that. That's
Oh, that's
these
awesome.
things. You're like, wow, I want to make a world for something like that. I think it's
Right.
like it is. I haven't found the need to get in there yet. They have like a lot of these different things in Google Labs, but I think it's about $120 a month when you jump in there.
Right.
So yeah, and then the final thing, I guess, because we got like 5 minutes left. You're like, no, we're like 25 minutes long. You need to get back to work. I know we all need to get back to work, but I was gonna say,
No, this is good. This is fun.
so I tried to make like a GPT last night to make a cool image of myself where it was kind of half cartoon, half reality. And
Hmm.
let me share this with you. Copy link. I'm gonna give you something here, and we're gonna test this out. So this GPT, I'm gonna say save. Let's go into it, and I should be able to upload my reference image and get my prompt. So I have myself, you know, right here. That's the one I
Hmm.
used before. So I'm gonna put this one in, and what it does on this GPT when I send it over, and of course this takes a little bit of time to make. But what it's doing is going to give me a really good optimized prompt. And I'm going to try this in a new app I made as well. So look at this prompt. It's just on me. I'm like, how can it be this many sentences? It goes about it in such a methodical way that you have this is going to be the most ideal optimized prompt to recreate myself. So what
Wow.
I want to do is I'm going to tell it, do vertical portrait, and then it's going to go ahead and start making it. I believe this is where I should see the image start creating. But while it's doing that, I'm going to grab this prompt that I made and put it into a vibe coded app. Yeah, you can see it's creating. It's not as fast as Banana, but look, you can already see something's there. I'm going to go over to this one. Hopefully, I'm able to launch this guy. Okay, so I have real 3D me. I'm going to put in the prompts, and then I'm going to put my picture in as well. And I'm going to do optimize prompt. I can't share this one with you guys because I was just playing around, and I don't have this to use just yet. All right, so it gave me another optimized prompt, a little bit bigger. I'm going to do generate image, and hopefully it makes a really cool image of me. And I'm going to grab one. I have like one of, we have Perry, we have, is that Bieber? So this is kind of let's do Eminem. Yeah, I think Eminem might be fun. Okay, so there, check that photo out.
Wow.
Like
That's
it looks a
awesome.
little bit off from me, but I mean, this is like super looking professional. If I
That looks
zoom
great.
in, like, have you seen those
Wow.
things? Like, is this real? Is this AI?
Right.
Even the whiskers and my wrinkles and all that,
Yes. That
crazy.
was awesome.
Let's do another one. I think with I'm gonna look at that. Like it took this photo
Yeah.
and made it that. I would say this one maybe a
It even kept
little
your
bit better.
glasses.
This one's normal, but yeah, I think I think you should try this out on your photos with that custom GPT. Let's do one more as we have 2 minutes left. So I'm just gonna put this Eminem one in where he's flipping the birds. All right, cool. So they get this an adult male. It didn't put the name Eminem. I'm gonna add that. And let's just run this thing again. I have to do like prompts in the image generation nowadays for every call because I'm like, it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Oops, I need to say I want it vertical there. And then copy this. And I'm going to go back in and just put that there. And I'm going to make sure I put M and M. M and
I think it's, yeah.
such a weird guy.
I
All right, let's say this, and I'm in this one, portrait of Emin. Oh, it's too many words.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna put of serious looking Eminem with. Okay, cool. Optimize that prompt. Hopefully, it still has the Eminem in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and up. Oh, there we go. Eminem, yes, sweet. So I'm gonna upload this image as reference. I could try it without a uploaded reference, but let's do generate. And while that's generating, I'm gonna come back over here and see. Oh, it's so slow sometimes. All right, it's starting to come in there. Let's see. This one's faster though. Yeah, and it's not exactly the same. You can see it's changed it a little bit,
Mm, like kind
but
of
yeah,
color
I have kind of a different
zoom.
image. I wonder if I can remove that and have it generate again without the image. Of course,
Mm.
I'm killing time. We have this one. Okay, wow. I need to really change my profile picture because I think I look cooler that way. All right, there we go. There we go. Yeah. So right,
Whoa.
we have a cartoon, realistic 3D image, and it's different from the one that I was trying. But basically, this is going off of this prompt right here. So these are hella good prompts
Yeah.
to generate these type of images. So yeah, definitely enjoy this 3D realistic cartoon masterpieces, custom GPT. I was gonna try to wait and see. It's like pulsing, saying like it's gonna be done. Um, I don't know if it's worth waiting for, honestly. Yeah, but that was a cool gift I wanted to send out to you. And Kesley, thank you so much for at
No,
least
of course. This is
looking like you enjoyed the talk about Black Mirror.
I did
Okay.
enjoy it. This was very good. I love because everything you're saying, like it's not even if you didn't watch the shows, like you feel like you can relate to it because it's still like all of these things we are well aware of, but like, talking about the extremism of them, is helpful, So I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Well, I appreciate you, and hope to see you here again. But yeah, I think that's where we hit an hour. We got to go get back to work, right? We got stuff to do. No more
Yeah,
playing
awesome.
around.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow for AI Morning Club.